Sonic the Hedgehog is no stranger to 3D. He made a considerable splash with the first Sonic Adventure games, but since then has had a bit of an identity crisis. We've gone from fighting King Arthur to werehogs, and even gun-wielding hedgehogs. Nothing is too outlandish for the classic Sega mascot. Did Sonic Team finally hit the mark with Sonic Frontiers? Or should this blue blur go back to the drawing board once again? The biggest change you'll notice is the open world aspect of the game, or open zone, as they call it. The game is broken up into islands, where Sonic may roam freely and do a wide variety of tasks and platforming challenges in order to collect the Chaos Emeralds and save his friends in cyberspace. We've seen Sonic tackle open areas before in the Adventure series, as well as Unleashed, but they don't come close to this scale. The many obstacles and challenges around the map are intertwined in such a way that once you're done with one challenge, you're quickly starting another. It all flows quite well, and while there's obvious pop-in, it never really felt like it impacted the obstacle immediately ahead of us. The platforming can be challenging from the get-go, but the same can't be said for the puzzles. Some are as easy as holding a boost button to complete, but thankfully they do get tougher further into the game. Traditional 3D Sonic levels are scattered around the map where you'll blast through as fast as possible to achieve S rank. There are also challenges for each of them, but they don't offer much, and it's rather easy to get an S rank on your first or second attempt, which is a shame because each stage has its own unique music track. It's even more of a bummer when the levels are, for the most part, rather short. Sure, there's a lot of them, but you can complete most in just over a minute. It would have been nice if the missions were more difficult, or the levels themselves were longer, to listen to the fantastic music Sonic games are known for. Regardless, the stages are well crafted, and players may notice elements from previous Sonic games like Sonic Heroes, Adventure 1 and 2, Unleashed, and more mixed into the level design to pump some nostalgia and variety into the mix. Naturally, combat is different from other games in the series. Sonic can gain XP through a number of ways, from defeating enemies to purchasing them from Big's fishing minigame. While basic, the skill tree does provide Sonic with a variety of moves and helps make enemy encounters feel different enough as you go through the game. For us, the mini-bosses, or Guardians, around the archipelago were some of the best highlights. Encountering each for the first time was exciting, yet frantic in the best way possible. It gives us hope for what Sonic Team has to offer in the future. If you were really looking for a blast from the past, then look no further than the major bosses, or Titans, found on each island. For better or worse, these fights feel like they came straight out of the early days of 3D Sonic. They're huge spectacles where Sonic and the Titans clash fists, shoot gigantic lasers, and move a bit too quickly for their own good. There's classic things like clipping, irrational movements, and on rare occasions, losing track of where you are on screen. But we can't help but love it. After one gets a handle of the chaos on display, it all kinda comes together, especially with the battle's bombastic, in-your-face rock music. At the end of the day, the inspiration for Sonic Frontiers is clear, but the developers put their own spin on the formula to truly make it their own. The open world, combat, and level design is a nice breath of fresh air that seems to be a big step in the right direction. It's a unique experience that feels like only Sonic can pull off, jank and all. Let's just steer away from the redesigns and werehogs and focus on the simple core of the series. A speedy blue hedgehog trouncing the plans of his egg-shaped antagonist, and all the while, having fun doing it. Final score, 8.2 out of 10.